Rosie, to cook a chicken curry, we need to season the chicken first. And I have 5 Maryland or thigh fillets. They've got the bone in it, and I'll keep the bone because it holds it nice and firm. And it's also got the skin on. I find the skin with chicken helps to keep it moist as well. Now, we put plenty of salt on there. If you want to grab your pepper mill, Rosie, I want you to put pepper on the other side, just around all around the outside there. Plenty of pepper on there. Turn them over, and we make sure we put salt on the other side because salt loves meat, meat loves salt, and salt loves chicken as well.
More pepper?
Yes, of
Why
course.
not?
Just go crazy and I'll sprinkle plenty of salt on there. We sprinkle the salt nice and high so it spreads itself evenly all over the chicken. Now, I've got a pan over here which is nice and hot, and I'll add some extra virgin olive oil to the pan, a good splush there, probably 2 or 3 tablespoons, and I'll put the chicken in skin side down. So we pop it like that into the pan. That's the sizzle we like to hear. In that goes as well. And you just stir it around so the oil goes all around the pan there like that. And we want it sizzling away. Now, I've chosen 5 thighs here because there's 5 people in my family. And also, 5 thighs fit beautifully into the bottom of this pot, which is nice and handy. Now, we'll just let that sizzle away under a high heat till it becomes nice and golden, and then we'll turn it over. But while that's waiting, we'll get to make the sauce. Now, I've got some curry leaves here, which are great flavour, and you can get them in just about every store.
Yep.
And also some Thai basil. If you can pick them for me, Rosie.
You got it.
We'll get them straight onto it. And I've got some lemongrass here, which I love. You just need to split it through the middle here like this. Now, you can slice it really, really fine, but it smells fantastic, doesn't it?
Oh, it's so unique. Yeah, amazing.
And carrots. We need some carrots here. And I'll just cut them a different way, just on an angle here, all the way along. See, that's nice little points to it.
Oh, that's lovely.
It's a little bit wonky, but it also looks quite nice. And when you've got things like carrots, you want to make sure that, you know, they're not cut round and the same way all the time. You want something a little bit different.
Now, this is just divine, isn't it? Thai basil, that is just wonderful.
It's got a sort of aniseed flavour to it, which is just delicious. Now, these are Thai eggplants, and they're cute little babies.
They are cute.
Purple eggplants, you call them sometimes?
Yeah.
What I do with these is cut them into quarters, or if they're quite large, I'll cut them into 6. But a smart way to do it is to just take the top off it like that, throw that in the bin, and then using a flat base, you just cut them into 6s.
They really are adorable. If I was ever a vegetable, I'd want to be that one, I think.
You want to be an eggplant?
Adorable little eggplant.
Well, I reckon I'd be a banana, or as I said before, a carrot. They call me Carrot Top. I don't know why. You know why?
No idea.
No idea. There we go.
idea.
And I'll just slice that through. And we've got these lovely little wedges. You could use any eggplant you want if you've got the long Asian eggplant, or you can actually use the large ones. Just chop them up any way you want. Now, these are sizzling away beautifully. And I'll just pick it up like that, and you can see it needs a few more minutes. So in it goes. It's time to get the sauce ready and all the other bits and pieces. Now, I've got a pan here. I'll turn it up nice and high because we want to get this going fairly quickly. In goes some extra virgin olive oil. I like extra virgin olive oil. It's got a great flavour, but you can use whatever oil you want. Some kaffir lime leaves.
Yummy.
Talk about flavour and smell.
You've
amazing.
got a plethora of flavour and smell here, haven't you?
I've got lots of flavour, exactly.
Yeah.
I've got some onion, a few cloves of garlic, and a knob of ginger. I've peeled it and then sliced it nice and thin. Into the pan it goes. And while that's sort of sautéing off, I'll grab those leaves there, the curry leaves and the basil leaves, and throw them in as well. And when you throw them in, they will pop a lot, and you'll get a lot of noise coming out of it. But the aroma, it's incredible, isn't it? Now, some salt goes on there because we want to make it taste nicely, and a little bit of salt over your shoulder, and some pepper as well goes in there. We want it nice and peppery as well. Pop this out of the way here. Now, we'll throw the eggplant in here, and the carrot and the lemongrass. Throw it all in there, Rosie. And what we'll do is let this sweat down, like this, for a few minutes. Let all those flavours come together. Let the chicken brown up a little bit more, and then we'll be ready to finish it all off. It's all starting to brown up nicely. Now, this is the bit I add the curry paste. I've got yellow curry paste here, which, you know what, everything you need for a great curry is in the jar here. I just like to add some other things because I can. Now, the thing that I always get annoyed with is the stuff left in the jar. There's goodness in there. So what I like to do is pour a little bit of water in there and then pop the lid back on and give it a shickety shake. And then you pour it in, and that way you don't waste any single bit of curry paste.
That's also how you should clean it when you're going to recycle it too, isn't it?
Exactly. Just stir the curry paste in just a little bit. Smells fantastic, doesn't it?
Good.
Some coconut milk goes in there, a tin of that. Give that a bit of a tap. I've got some fish sauce as well, just a couple of drops of that. Be careful because it is quite strong, but you want that little bit of fish taste with it. And some coconut sugar as well.
Nice.
About 2 tablespoons of that. Now, you're going to pour that in there while I stir it around. About 500 mils of stock goes in there. If you don't have stock, you can use water because there is so much flavour in here already. That's the perfect amount. And then all I need to do, Rosie, is be careful when you do this. I'm going to pour the sauce and all the bits and pieces straight over the chicken here. Listen to that sizzle. That's what we want to hear. And then I'll show you what this looks like. I'll grab this, pop it here so we can get it a little bit closer. Stir that around to push all the vegetables down into the liquid so that they cook beautifully in that sauce. Now, this will go into the oven, Rosie, 160 degrees Celsius. It'll take about an hour because chicken doesn't take long to cook. And then by the time we take it out, the sauce would have thickened up. It will smell beautiful. I can't wait to eat this one. The curry is ready, Rosie. Have a look at that.
Wow, that is just rich and in colour, I'm sure in taste too.
It's going to be jam-packed full of flavour, I can guarantee you of that. I'll put one little chicken thigh in the bottom there and scoop out some carrots. And they look good when they're cut like that. And the reason I cut them a lot thicker is because they've got to braise for an hour, as I said, and you want them to hold up. You don't want them to fall apart. A little bit of greenage on top to make it look nice and pretty.
Richo, you're always very good at Thai curry, but you're actually very, very good at gourmet Thai curry.
Exactly, you've got to gourmet it up and make it nice and tasty. The meat falls off nice and evenly, look at that, falls to pieces. And the carrot's nice and soft, but it's large enough to hold up to this heavy base cooking technique.
And how on earth does it taste? That's good.
That yellow curry flavour is all the way through it, nice and soft. It's got a beautiful flavour to it, an aroma as well. The carrot's cooked all the way through and the chicken is moist and tender. What a cracking little meal, isn't it?
Really good.